Hey guys, in this video we're going to be looking at JavaScript strings and what they are and some of the most common methods you're going to use with them. And then obviously there is documentation for other methods you can use. So we're going to go over what a string is. It is just some string of characters. It can be lowercase, uppercase, and they are wrapped in quotes, either single or double. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and make an index.html file. And we're using VS Code, so we're just going to use Emmet to create a file. And we're going to make a script tag with the source of strings.js. All right, and over here we'll just do our strings.js. And we will open this with live server so we can use our console. So we should be able to see our console in here every time we save. Let's see here. Awesome. Get rid of this. Okay, so we just have our strings.js file, and a string is just going to be, we'll name it const alphabet equals A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And then we'll just console log all of our commands here. So console log alphabet is going to give us our string of characters. And these can be either single quotes or double quotes. So that's basically what a string is. It holds anything inside of these. We could do something like console log, and then we could do an HTML tag or a div tag, and we can actually make a string of HTML elements, and that works too. So we can put things in our web page like that, but right now we're just going to look at the strings. So we'll do another one here, const alphabet, or const language equals JavaScript. We'll do a capital J, a capital F. And see, it's not defined, JavaScript not defined. We need to put our quotes in there. So everything has to be in a quote when it's a string. Numbers do not. So a few of the things that we'll go over is we'll just console log alphabet.length, which is a property that JavaScript has, and it'll give us 26. There's 26 letters in the alphabet. And then we have some methods as well. And a method is just an object, or it's called on it. So we can do things like finding specific indexes. So we'll do console.log language.index of, let's do A. And this will bring us the first index of this. And since a string starts at 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, everything, all indexes in JavaScript start at 0. So J is 0, A is 1, and that's what it gives us 1 over here. So basically, we can call any of these methods on this string, and we'll look at a few more. And then you just pass in, well, I want to find the character A. So this is great because if it does not find this, let's do Z, we get a -1. So if you're looking for a character in a string to see if it's there to make a decision on a page, you would say if language.index of your character equals -1, and you can go from there. So we could also do language.match, and we can pass in something else like script. And it'll give us this array, it'll give us what we're looking for, and it'll give us the index of the start of it, and then it'll give us the entire string here. So that's a really great one to use as well. And these are some of the most common methods that you'll find when working with JavaScript and HTML. Is you're generally looking through strings for these. We also have one is language.char at, and we'll put in 5. So this gives us a C, and the reason it gives us a C is because we're wanting the character at the 5th index. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is C. Hope that makes sense to you guys, but this is a way you can find a specific string or character at a certain index. We can extract strings from inside, and there's a few different ones we can use, and you'll see them all here. Substrings, and there's a few different ones. They each do something different, but we'll look at a few of the more popular ones. So we'll do alphabet.slice. And this takes in 2 arguments inside here, like this one took in a character as an argument. We're going to have 2 arguments. One is going to be which index to start with, and then also where to stop. So we'll look at, let's do 10. So we should get the first 10 letters of the alphabet there. If you do -10 here, it'll give you 10 from the end. So it'll count in 10 this way, and that's where it's supposed to stop. So it'll just give you this amount. We have substring. And substring is very similar, but you can't use negatives. So each has their place, obviously, but we'll just go from 1 to 25, and this will give us everything in between. And this is the last one where it should stop. So even though there's 25 indexes in here, it'll stop on 25 and give you everything before that. So that's the other thing about that one. Let's do, you can replace text. So we can do console log alphabet.replace. And we can replace BCD. This takes 2 arguments with AAA. So now it takes out all the A, B, C, D and gives it AAA. A good thing to remember about all string methods is that they are destructive. So if you want to change this, you would do something like const new alphabet equals alphabet.replace. And then you would do whatever you're going to do. But just so you're aware, all of these do return a new string, or you have to store it in a new string because they are destructive. They rewrite it, so it returns a new string for you, and you need to store that in something if you want to use it again. If you just want to console log it like this, we can pass this in because we're not actually storing it. We just want it for one-time use. Okay. Converting cases, so we can do console log language.to uppercase, and that will do the entire thing to uppercase, and then we can do the same thing to lowercase, and it does the whole entire thing to lowercase. And then just to show you that we're not saving them as new one, we'll just console log language, and it's back to our original. So you do, just to show you do have to store it in something else if you're going to continue to use it. Let's do, you can add strings together. So let's do let, which is called concatenation. And this is just adding 2 strings together, adding however many strings together. So let's do let alf equal language plus So the first way you can do is with plus, and then we'll console log alpha. So you can use plus in here. So we're going to add language, which is going to be JavaScript. We're going to add a space here. And so you can add whatever string in between, and then we're going to add the entire alphabet. And that's exactly what we did here. So as you can see, all it is pluses. And then the other way to concatenate is call the concat function. So we can do alf.concat. And then we're just saying we want to add another string, another empty space, and then we'll just do language again. And this will add JavaScript, our alphabet, and then JavaScript at the end. So concat is going to give you the ability to add anything at the end of it. All right, let's look at trimming white space. This is definitely important because if somebody enters a name into a form, you can trim any white space off that may be at the end or beginning. And I'm just going to reuse our alf here. So we'll just do alf, and then we'll put some white space in it, tap hello, and then we'll console log alf, and see it has all this white space in the middle. So now we can do alf.trim, and that trims the white space off. So no more white space, so now you just have a string with the characters in it instead of a bunch of white space. The next thing I want to show you is converting strings to arrays. And this is definitely going to be important if you're going to be trying to look for certain things, or you need to pop names out to put them in a list or anything like that. So let's do console log alphabet dot split, and we'll do that. So now it puts everything in one huge array, or you can split on every character by passing in these single tick marks, and it's going to make an array element out of each index here, which is then how you would iterate through this thing or go through it. To go back to normal from an array to a string is just as easy. So we'll do alphabet dot split. Since this is destructive, we haven't done it, so we need to do it again just to show that it'll do it. Since we console logged it returned a new string, it didn't actually do it to the original. So we'll split again, and then we'll do a dot join. If we do a dot join, it'll join them all with a comma in between, or we can do dot join and pass in single ticks, and it'll give us our original string back. So those are the most popular string methods that are available to us in JavaScript. There are just a few more in here, but for the most part, you're going to use things like this when you're manipulating the DOM and when you're making a web page and you're making functionality within that. So these are definitely the most popular. They're not all of them, but if you like it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.